Alright, I'm going to start up. Today is Tuesday, the 21st. We're going to go and do the test review, which we were supposed to do yesterday, but I didn't have it done, so we're going to do that first. I did email you the test reviews for chapters 13 and 14 yesterday, so you should have them both. So if you want to bring up the one for 13, that would be good. Afterwards, we're going to do two of the problems at the end of chapter 13. And when we get done with that, I'm going to meet with you individually in the conference room and talk to you about work ethic and all the other stuff. Your chapter 13 homework, I'll actually accept it. This isn't really right. I'll accept it through Friday of next week because that's what it had originally said. So try to get that done. Tomorrow morning will be the written test for chapter 13. Then I'll lecture on chapter 14, do the review questions and the test review. Please remember that 1 week from today will be your last hands-on test for the semester. That'll be chapters 11 through 14. We'll talk about that more. If you did not do the course evaluations yesterday, I don't know, it felt kind of light. Please try to do them today. I'll go back and get the folder and put it back up there in just a little bit. So hopefully you've got these out. So here is the study guide for chapter 13. I just broke it up so that each thing is on its own page. All right, so taking it from the top. This is what the author put, and I'm not going to agree or disagree with it because I both agree with it and disagree with it. Because she said here you should or should not alter the code generated in design mode. By and large, you don't alter it. But for instance, if you set a color in design mode, there's absolutely no reason you couldn't reset the color in code. So typically you do not alter. All right. It's not that you should not. Typically you do not alter the code. So that's number one, is should not. Number two, it's kind of long. A delegate can encapsulate any method with the same return type and parameter list. This is one question on the test. All right. So return type and parameter list. This is another question on the test. And that is that a C# delegate is similar to a C++ function pointer. This is another question on the test. You declare a delegate with the keyword delegate. That should just make sense. All right, so again, return type and parameter list, function pointer, and delegate. All right, number three, kind of a long question. Again, several questions on the test. What is an event? That's one of the things that you're asked on there. An event occurs when something, this is the way the author put it, interesting happens to an object. Never heard a definition like that before. An event handler is also known as an event receiver, and it's the method that you use to handle the event. Events can be public or private. An event can have one or more parameters. When an event occurs, any delegate given or passed to it is invoked. To declare your own event, use a delegate. Kind of talked about that on the last question also. All right, number 4, when an event happens, it's known as the event being invoked. An event handler is also called an event receiver. The second parameter in a button event is event args. And as it says, the event args class static field represents an event that contains no data. I mean, it's the arguments that were passed to it. All right, number 5, the code generated by the Windows Form Designer is kept in the designer.cs file. And again, that's another one of those files you should never modify. Number 6, you should all know this already, double-clicking a button brings up the button's default click event. All right, you've been doing this for many weeks. Number 7, kind of long. So again, 4 different questions on the test. You should know that mouse events are handled through mouse event args. You should know what a mouse click event is, what a mouse leave event is, and what a mouse up event is. Number 8, again, it's 2 different questions on the test. Keyboard events are also known as key events, and the associated delegate is either called key event handler or that's not key press, it should be key press event handler. Number 9, only one GUI control can have the focus. Number 10, tab stop is the Boolean property which says whether or not a control can serve as a stopping place for a sequence of tab key presses. So it's tab stop. Number 11, events are also known as runtime occurrences because they occur while the program is executing or running. Number 12, a method that performs in response to an event is known as an event handler. So number 12, event handler. Number 13, the first parameter in an event handler is an object named sender. This probably should be a capital S, but it doesn't really matter. Number 14, connecting an event to its resulting actions is also known as wiring or wiring the event. Number 15, what is a composed delegate? It's a little longer. Finally, the last one are all the definitions, so I'll leave that up there for a couple minutes. Let me make this a little smaller so we can get all of it up there. Hopefully that's big enough that you can read it. while you're waiting, I sent you 2 emails this morning. One of them has got your homework for Chapter 13. The other one has got the prologues for the programs that we're about to go over. We're going to go over 2 of the 3 prologues right now. All right? I got to write this down.